what's wrong? Did I scare you?
Hardly. Now make like a ninja and disappear.
Are you ready to find out who the true Queen of Fighters is?
Sure. Try not to cry when they give me the crown. Nowhere to run!
K.O. Chun-Li, wait!
I win this time, Kunoichi. And I'll be taking those dangerous implements of yours while I'm at it.
What's up, everybody? Mekel Kasanova back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Chun-Li in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Huge shout out to SNK for giving me the opportunity to have early access to the character, and man, I just gotta say I'm absolutely loving playing her in Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And here's the thing, I'm not someone who typically plays as Chun-Li, and I've been playing Street Fighter since 1991, and the thing is, I've never really gravitated to Chun-Li. I've never cared for how floaty her jumps are. I've never really cared for, you know, really anything with the character. But in City of the Wolves, she's someone that I find to have a lot of viability depending on how you want to play her. I mean, if you want to play her as a rushdown character, she can do that. If you want to play as a zoner, if you want to apply pressure, if you want to play a keep away game, if you want to do footsies, like literally she has an arsenal. Like her kit is so good that literally any situation that you put Chun-Li in, she's viable. And the thing is, like, what I love about Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is there isn't really any character, at least in my opinion, you guys might have a different one, but there's not any character that is inherently better than the other. Like, it really comes down to your skill set. Like, is it a skill issue with you if you can't use certain characters and get better? But in the case of how, and that goes into the topic of how balanced these characters are, and they really are. Like, SNK really went to town to make everybody viable in this game. And the thing that really gets me about Chun-Li being in this game is the fact that you know how much love and care and appreciation SNK had towards her to bring her into the game. Like, she's just absolutely fantastic. The fact that her, and this didn't happen in Street Fighter 6, there wasn't really any interaction between Chun-Li and Mai Shiranui, but in City of the Wolves, her rivalry is legitimately the one it should be, which is her versus Mai. Same thing with Ken and Terry, right? At least in Street Fighter 6, they did do a rivalry between the two of them, but they didn't do one for Mai, which is weird. But SNK paid homage to that, and they gave her and Mai the Akiman reference. Like, if you guys don't know what that is, Akiman did artwork for Capcom versus SNK, and essentially in that you had Chun-Li and Mai like boob to boob, you know, face to face. They were just like, you know, hey, I'm better, I'm the Queen of Fighters, which is another thing this too, because what's so interesting is that is one of the things that's said in the introduction between the two of them in their matchup. Mai's like, you know, yada 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 about the Queen of Fighters, like, oh, you know, who's going to be the Queen of Fighters in that sense. And it's just interesting seeing so much of the references from the history between Capcom and SNK and a lot of their characters be showcased in City of the Wolves. And anytime SNK gets the chance to just really like tinker and toy with it. So it's cool seeing them have that special intro, which, like, when I first saw that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna use a wrestling term, which is called pop. I popped for that, which means, you know, I got excited for it. Because I was like, yo, are they gonna do the thing? And they did the thing. And so it's cool, like all the references that are thrown in there is really cool. And when it comes to her gameplay, I know I'm kind of deviating, but we're gonna get into the talking about the gameplay. Like I said, she's viable for however you want to play her. Rushdown, zoner, keep away, footsies, pressure game. She's got it all. Even aerial combat. I mean, she's got it. She can do wall bounce. Like, she can, you know, like jump off a wall if your back is against the wall, so you don't have to really worry about getting caught in corner traps. And then there's the fact that, you know, she's got her stomp, So like anyone who knows how Chun-Li works, she can do up to 3 consecutive stumps, which she can do in here easily. And then she also has the capability of doing her float over. And here's the thing. I don't really know the names of Chun-Li's moves just because I don't use her in other games. Like if it's a character I use, I can talk about it. So like if we talk about, Kyo Kusanagi in King of Fighters, I can talk about his Rekka punches and his Orochinaga and all that stuff. I can talk about that. I can talk about Ryo Sakazaki, his Hao Shokuken, or his Shippu Kyaku. I can talk about that. I can't really talk about that. Well, actually, Hien Shippuga. I can't really talk about a lot of Chun-Li stuff because I don't use the character. But the thing is, of all the characters that are in City of the Wolves, like when I think about when they brought in Ken, I was like, okay, Ken's pretty dope. And I like him. I like playing as Ken. But I prefer playing as Chun-Li. And honestly, I thought I found my main when we finally got Joe Higashi. Like, oh, that's gonna definitely be my main. But no. I think Chun-Li is gonna become my main because you got the lightning kicks, you've got her windmill kick, when she goes upside down, and there's just so much that you can chain into something else. Like, think of it like this. There are certain setups where, and I think this is a part where, like, when you try to utilize her moves, with the exception of her Kikoken, for Fireball. Yeah, see, I do know something, right? Just because I go up against certain people who play as her all the time, I'm just like, oh, God. In Street Fighter 6, that is. So I'm so used to hearing Kikoken. But with her, with the exception of that one move, she can go straight from one into another. So say you miss her anti-air, right? You can immediately follow that up with an EX windmill kick. Or a helicopter kick. I don't know the name. I can't think of the name. Please put the name of it in the comment section down below. Anyways, so you can immediately follow up with an EX. I'm just going to say EX just because I'm so used to just calling these moves EX moves. I know they're not technically called that in City of the Wolves, but anyway. So you can follow that up with that. Or you can follow it up with her horizontal. I think that's the one where she flips over and does the leg drop, or like a regular or EX. Or you can do any of her variation punches because she's got so many different punch variations and kick variations. Like not command inputs, but like, how some characters have multiple inputs for like weak punch or heavy punch. She has so many. She has an overhead. She has the straight punch. She has so many different ways that she can get in that it really becomes a bit of a guessing game when you're playing against her. Like when I was playing against CPU, I'm like, well, they came with this, so I can do this, or I can do this, or maybe they'll throw that out. Because her poke game is really good. The only thing I've noticed, and maybe you guys agree with me, maybe you won't. I've noticed that with Ken, and this is also true for Chun-Li, but with Ken, when you try to throw out a fireball, he has a slow startup with that. Same thing with his Rekka kicks, right? They have a slow startup, which kind of doesn't work in City of the Wolves just because most characters can immediately throw something out with very little wind-up animation. With Chun-Li, when she throws her Kikoken, there is a slow startup and a wind-up animation. And the thing is, it's easily punishable. Like if you're going to throw a Kikoken, throw it from a distance. Don't throw it up front. Even if you do an EX Kikoken, where, she does her classic Street Fighter 2, where she throws her hands out like that and her butt's out, even that can be punished very easily. So certain things like that, I'm like, maybe they'll fix that, when she does officially release. But I would just say that's not something that's really safe to throw out there. Lightning kicks, even that to an extent, when she finishes, she does have a slight window where you can punish her if, the opponent knows what to do. So that her anti-air has a moment where it can be punished too. If it misses, or like if you whiff on it or someone blocks, there's a slight moment where you can punish. But with the few things that are in Chun-Li's kit that can be easily punished, that's just not, like, for the most part, she's just like God tier, in my opinion. Like, I can see myself, like, if I were to do the locals here, like we have a lot of locals at VGH 808 or Video Gamers Hawaii, I could, and shout out to them. If you're in Hawaii, go check out their tournaments. They do some cool stuff, Ray Blade X and everyone there. But if I was at going to the locals out here and playing, and I started playing as her, I would definitely have a good time playing as her. Like, she's just super. I'm like, man, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of gushing over it because I'm like, yo, just the amount of things that you can do with her. Her potential is so limitless. So the other thing I want to talk about too is her personality. She's kind of cocky in this game. Like, she talks a lot of smack. Like, she be straight up just mad disrespectful to a lot of characters. Like, she talks some trash to Terry, to Andy. I feel like it's playful banter between her and Mai Shiranui. She talks like the whole. She references Sagat with when she beats Joe. She's like, "What is with you Muay Thai guys and your obsessions with tigers?"
How'd you like the taste of my kung fu? What a shame. I was kind of looking forward to hearing that little catchphrase of yours. I bet training with you would be something really special. But I have a feeling a certain Kunoichi wouldn't approve, would she? Are all Muay Thai masters obsessed with tigers? They're cool and all, but... My secret? Never skip leg day. Sorry, but I'm done wasting my time with smooth talkers. Try again later when you can walk the walk. Your moves are a little too textbook, I'm afraid. Don't worry, it's a sign of discipline. You've got skill, but you're lacking finesse. Don't worry, that'll come with age.
Like, that kind of got me, right? And then, like, with certain other characters, she'd be like, oh, you just need experience. Like how she kind of talks down to Hotaru and Rock Howard. It's funny. Yeah, it's just, I feel like there's just so much. Like, they gave her more personality than I feel like she's had in Street Fighter and game. And it's cool. It's really cool. I'm enjoying seeing Street Fighter characters being translated into the SNK world. It just really works. And it makes me think that if we were to get, and you know, I don't know this for a fact. I have a strong hunch that we're going to get a Capcom versus SNK 3 down the road. But I would not be opposed to a SNK or SVC 2 or, you know, SNK versus Capcom Chaos 2 with the City of the Wolves engine. I think it would work. And I think with the team and the fact that they have the budget to do something that's really good, I think it would do gangbusters. Like, I would, moving away from that topic, I would like to see more Street Fighter characters come over to Fatal Fury. Like, I would like to see Ryu come in and see how they could do a different take on him, like mix him up a lot more from what Ken is in City of the Wolves. I would like to see them bring in Sagat. I think Sagat would be a dope choice. Another character I think would be good would be Cammy or Fei Long. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like, there's just so much potential with this crossover between Capcom and SNK again that I just need to see it. But yeah, Chun-Li, absolutely love playing as her. I think she's phenomenal. I think you guys, when you finally get the chance to play as her, because again, Season 1 DLC is all free if you buy the game, which that right there, that is a major move because you don't really get that with fighting games these days. You usually get nickel and dime for legacy characters or some, you know, you get all these legacy characters and then one random new one. But SNK, they really love the community. And that's one thing I think a lot of people in the FGC don't pay that much attention to, and they should, is the fact that SNK loves the community. They show so much love. The amount of love and care and attention to detail that they put into Chun-Li. And as someone who's been a fighting game fan, a Capcom and an SNK fan since '91, I love what they did with her. I can't wait to be able to go online and play you guys in matches, especially my community that I have over on TikTok, as I stream over there full time. So check me out, tiktok.com/@Mekel. I can't wait to my community gets to see how she works. But all that being said, guys, that's the video. I absolutely love playing as Chun-Li. I think she might be my new main, but all that being said, what do you guys think? What are your questions? And what would you like to see? Let's get the conversation going in the comment section down below. Again, thank you to SNK for giving me this amazing opportunity to cover this character. Even though I may not be the biggest fan of Chun-Li, and honestly, I'm just not, this game kind of made me a fan of her and has me wanting to try her in Street Fighter 6. Although, I don't know, Berserk Lover, it's one of my audience, one of my buddies over on TikTok when I stream. He always dominates me with Chun-Li to a point where I'm like, yo, those setups that you can do with her in Street Fighter 6, I don't know. Pretty sure you can do that in City of the Wolves too, but I'm not that good with her. But nonetheless, I enjoy playing her. Looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. And hopefully I'll see you guys on some of my streams over on TikTok. So all that being said, catch you guys later. Thank you again to SNK for this opportunity. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out. And Julio.
How'd you like the taste of my kung fu? What a shame. I was kind of looking forward to hearing that little catchphrase of yours.